Finally, a true man show.
Welcome back to HIVEMIND Unlimited.
And welcome to another episode of our movie series, How Did It Age? Where we watch older movies and reevaluate them with modern context. Today's film is a 1998 movie called The Truman Show.
That it is, Riley. It is directed by the brilliant Peter Weir, who you might know from Dead Poets Society.
I've heard of it.
You didn't see it?
Yeah, no, I did see it, but I was like a kid.
Did you like it?
I think so.
Did you like Picnic at Hanging Rock?
I don't know what that is.
Famous. Fearless.
Okay, Taylor Swift album.
And Master and Commander.
2 Taylor Swift albums, The Dead Poets Society and Fearless.
Whoa,
Interesting.
Interesting. Do her and Peter Weir maybe have a little side shit going on?
Isn't it Peter Ware?
Peter Ware, Peter Who, Peter
How, Peter Why, Peter Griffin.
This movie
Peter
stars
Parker from Spider-Man. So many Peters.
Peter
Rose.
Dinklage.
Peter Rose.
Ding dong Dinklage.
Ding dong ditch him and throw him in the trash.
This movie stars Jim Carrey, Laura Linney, Noah Emmerich, Natasha McElhonney, Holland Taylor, Ed Harris, and our very own friend of the family, Paul Giamatti.
Yes, that's all true stuff that you said about it. By the way, this is the movie that you guys picked. Yes. I will say that our Patreon and YouTube members, we now have opened up the polls so you guys can just suggest what movie you want to see next. The most voted one will be the one that we cover next for How Did It Age?
Yep.
And you get to see that about a week ahead of time. This one is 1 week delayed because I was sick last week and I have this thing on my lip.
Yes.
It's not going away, so.
We will do anything that wins the vote unless it's a snuff film.
Yeah, it has to be something that, yeah. I mean, there are exceptions.
Like,
you know?
like snuff porn.
Yeah, but yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, no.
Uh-huh.
Or like scat stuff.
Yeah. And I will say, and I will trap you in this, that includes children's movies. I know that Graydon will want to veto those.
Oh, I don't give a shit or a good goddamn.
Yeah, but if you guys picked like Paw Patrol the movie or something.
Paw Patrol's not a children's movie.
Paw Patrol?
That's an allegory about police brutality.
I mean, I think most things are, but I...
What?
Yeah, including The Truman Show. But anyway, yeah, you guys picked this one, so shout out to the 9 of you that picked The Truman Show.
Nice. This movie was a massive success. It made $264 million against a $60 million budget, and it is critically acclaimed with an 8.2 on IMDb and 94% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 4.2 on letterboxd, and our guy Roger Ebert had a big fat blood balloon for this motherfucker. He said, I like Truman in the same way I liked Forrest Gump because he was a good man, honest, and easy to sympathize with. He really stroked this stuff up and down in his whole review. It was awesome.
4 out of 4.
It was like his perfect movie.
Wow.
It won Golden Globe for original score, and Ed Harris was nominated for supporting actor by the Academy at the Oscars. Ed Harris, who got that nomination, supposedly didn't get this role till like the week before. He had like 1 week to study for it, and he came out swinging.
Yeah, and the guy who played Snape was supposed to be him before. From Die Hard. The guy who played Snape in the Die Hard movies was supposed to be Ed Harris's character, aka Kristoff.
That's dope.
It's dope and slick.
Do you have a synopsis for us?
I didn't write one this week, so I'm just gonna kind of freestyle.
Let's freestyle it. And if you need me to step in, give me one of these.
Okay, I won't. Spoiler alert. Truman Burbank was a baby when he was stolen away from his parents or adopted or something. They gave him up. And he was a baby, and then like he was bought by like a company to make a show about his life, and they like broadcasted his like first steps and all this stuff. It opens on Truman Burbank, and he's like living a seemingly normal life, but then he starts to notice all these weird coincidences, and it seems like the whole world is kind of like waiting at his every turn, and maybe people are watching him, and everything's kind of like whatever. He starts to get clued into the conspiracy of it. Everything's like too perfect, and he wants to escape because he liked this one girl, but then like the show wants him to be with this other girl, so he has to be with her.
This sucks.
And the other girl that he really liked, she was going to tell him the truth, so they had to get rid of her and send her to Fiji. So now he's obsessed with Fiji. He wants to go to Fiji, and so he keeps trying to escape off of the island, but it's really like inside of like a box that he can't get out of.
It's not a synopsis. It's a dome.
And yeah, I know, but it's like it's a cage if you think about it, and he's stuck in there, and everybody's watching him, and it's awful. And then he devises a plan to get out of there, and he finally escapes, and then he sails a boat into a wall.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I guess that works.
Mm-hmm.
It's way better when you write them, I will say.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
That's all right.
Christoph is like Harvey Levin from TMZ, low key.
Yeah, low key. Have you seen this movie before?
This was my second time watching it. First time I was not that long ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and I was like, wow, great movie.
Yeah, I remember that night.
Uh-huh.
You came in and just high on cinema. You said, Graydon, you know what I saw last night? I was like, what, my boy? And you said, I saw the amazing work by Peter Weir-Weir's Truman Show.
Hey, Graydon, listen here. I'm really getting into the cinema. Have you heard about Peter Weir's 1998 flick, The Truman Show? I watched it last night, and whoa, let me get my load off. I got to tell you all about it.
Yeah.
And you said, listen here, kid, I saw that movie ages ago. That's old news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie. I've seen it a couple dozen times, maybe.
Cool.
All right, let's get into some of the best lines in this flick, Riley.
Mm-hmm. I didn't have tons of best lines for it because I feel like the movie works best as like the whole concept and the way that it's displayed is more exciting like in totality than it is in small moments, you know? Like I had, even with scenes, it was like that for me. I'm like, it's really about the experience of watching it from start to finish.
Yeah, and as it like, I mean, as it becomes like an escape movie, it's like just about him, like you're like rooting for him to like find a little crease.
Yeah.
I do have some good lines though, and Jim Carrey is loaded with some like little zingers in it. Obviously, there's the good morning, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You love that one.
I do, I guess.
And then when he buys, I like when he buys the newspapers, the first time he does it, he goes, that's the whole kit and caboodle. And then when he's like hip to the conspiracy, he buys the paper again and he says, that's the whole ball of wax.
He does have a lot of like turns of phrases. Yeah. One of my favorites is when he is like freaking out and he's driving in circles and he's like, you know, he's like getting all kind of zany and aggressive towards his wife, Marilyn. What's her name? Meryl, like the Pokemon. And he turns to her and he's like, early bird gathers no moss. Rolling stone catches the worm. Am I right, honey? Yeah, I like that.
Somebody help me. I'm feeling spontaneous.
Yeah. I do like that this movie, it kind of like sets the stage for Jim Carrey to be able to do what he's really good at within the confines of something that doesn't make it pure ridiculousness. Yeah. You know? Like I felt the same way, a great show. I felt the same way about a more modern movie, Palm Springs. Yeah. Where Andy Samberg is kind of trapped in a time loop type of thing. And he gets to be zany because he's like a jaded, bitter person who's been living the same thing over and over again. So he is like acting out. And that's how Jim Carrey gets to act in this movie is like, once he catches on, he really lets loose. Right. And that's what he's really good at is like his big comedic, you know, loud flourish thing.
What a better way to allow someone to go berserk than like they find out that their whole world's been a lie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like all of his extreme behavior and like insanity is totally justified. Yeah. His wife looks to a ceiling camera and says, somebody do something. Yeah, yeah. He's losing it.
And she's doing product placement the whole time. Oh, that's the best.
That is
so
the best.
Funny.
I love when he's talking to his friend and he like tells him he wants to go to Fiji. One, there's a good line of dialogue in it where he's like pointing to the golf ball and he says, you can't go any farther away before you start coming back.
Yeah, I have that on here.
That's a great line.
You can't get any further away before you start coming back.
That's just like a sick line of dialogue. Yeah. And his buddy goes, Truman, why would you want to leave? You have a desk job. I'd kill for a desk job. Yeah. That line's funny to me.
I love that he just stocks vending machines.
Yeah. And it's like, well, we can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. My favorite line delivery, we both like, we watched it together not an hour ago. And, you know, we both kind of like exclaimed at this part how funny his delivery is after Meryl does the Moco Coco ad.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he's caught on to things and he just goes, what the hell are you talking about?
Who are you talking to?
Yeah. What the hell are you talking about?
How would I make you a cup of Moco Coco made from...
Yeah, just like the mountains of Nicaragua.
I love when he notices Lauren it's the high school flashback and the girl that he has the sweater and he's making the weird composite face of and probably jerking it off to. He notices she's studying across from him and he says, hi. And she just kind of smiles, and then he goes, konnichiwa. And then she's like, huh? And he goes, you're studying Japanese. And it's funny because she's slow to it because like everyone else in it, they're not doing what they're doing. You know, she's
Yeah.
not studying Japanese, so she
Right.
didn't even catch the wittiness. She's like, oh yeah, right, I am. I love that line.
Yeah. Before we go more into lines, I do want to say, when people first watched this, when you first watched this, I
Yeah.
guess, like, did it take you a second to catch on, or did you already know what it was about?
I knew what it was about.
Right. Okay. It's hard for me. The first time that I watched it, I had context clues,
Right.
Like, because people are like, "Oh, it's like the Truman Show. This is like the Truman." Like throughout my life, people have just said
Yeah.
that. But it is hard for me to think of watching it and not immediately understanding what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, even the poster though is like Jim Carrey's face on a television screen that says like live for whatever 10,000 days.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if there was ever really. Like, I don't think the people that went to see it in theaters in '98 when it came out were like, "Oh,
Yeah, I just wonder if it would be. This is a spoiler alert for Fight Club, I guess, if you haven't seen Fight Club. But if like the poster said like 2 guys, but it's 1 guy, like it's like, you know
or
what
it's
I mean?
like a half Norton, half Brad Pitt,
Exactly.
and
Like,
Brad Pitt's like smiling. It's like,
yeah, or like the Sixth Sense, he's actually dead. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? If it said that, I'm wondering if it would be better to kind of like lure people in as
Yeah.
like, oh, this is just a story about a guy who's
Yeah.
like normal.
suburbia paranoia.
Right.
The Sixth Sense poster, by the way, would be the kid talking to his mom, and his legs kind of fade away at the bottom. And he's
Yeah.
like, "What?" And that's the poster. So,
Yeah.
I'm great at movie posters.
Okay.
What?
I said, okay.
Yeah.
It made like that was me in my brain going, if I need a movie poster later, I'm going to ask
you clocked
you.
it.
Yeah.
It's clocked. I like when Jim Carrey orders a pizza. He goes, "Tony, 1 large pie, extra plankton." That's a ridiculous, just a Jim Carrey line.
Yeah, that's good. I like when they're trying to like a lot of the lines from the people, like the TV crew, when they're like all trying to figure out when he's running away. I don't give a damn. Just find the son of a bitch. I love that line. I love when he gets on the boat and the dude just goes, "How can he sail? He's in insurance."
Yeah, that is the best.
Yeah, because is the joke there that it's like sails?
I guess.
Like, I didn't know if it was supposed to be a pun or it's just literally like, how can he sail? He's in insurance. Like, that's a job where you wouldn't know how to sail.
Right, that's kind of us how it's just funny.
Yeah, it's a very funny line
Yeah.
because it's very peculiar,
Yeah.
you know?
It's kind of a scene, but I love the line when he's like, they're explaining how they like establish all this PTSD and like fear in him as a child, or trauma rather. And he stands up as a kid and goes, "I want to be an explorer like the great Magellan." And the teacher just pops the map down and goes, "Oh, you're too late. There's really nothing left to see."
Yeah, there's nothing left to explore. Yeah,
That is so
all
funny.
the childhood stuff is really funny.
Yeah.
And I know people have like consistently poked holes in the plot of this
Right.
movie or whatever.
Fuck them.
Well, it's interesting though. There are good questions to ask.
Yeah.
Like they were kind of like, are they all child actors? How do they get the child actors and none of them to tell them? And then they say there's been close calls, but it's like never really like just a
Right.
kid in class being like, "Oh yeah, you're the star of our show that we're
Yeah.
a part of," you know, that
Yeah.
sort of thing. But it is, you know, whatever. I still think the childhood stuff, they do a good job of at least attempting to show how his childhood was manipulated to
Yeah.
keep him in the dark as he went. you
Yeah,
know.
there's enough explanation, and I feel like that is like kind of a turning point in it where you realize you start to like sympathize more with like the Sylvie or Lauren character and Truman because you kind of see the dark side of it. They're like, well, yeah, we actually had to instill all these like little trauma checks to make him like so afraid. Then he's just happy here. It's not like they're giving him everything he wants. They've like made him paranoid.
Yeah, they wrote in the thing about his dad like drowning so that he wouldn't try to go. He would be afraid to drive over bridges.
Yeah.
Like it's all very smart. It's just kind of like really manipulative.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's messed up to keep a guy in a cage and tell him it's the whole world.
totally.
I think so.
I learned that pretty early on.
Yeah, it didn't really hit me to the end.
Oh, really? The end of
Yeah.
the movie or the end of your
movie.
life so far?
End of today, I think it'll hit me.
Really? Wow.
I love when Christoph is like, it's at the end and he's trying to escape. He's like, capsize him. He's
Oh,
like, no,
yeah.
he tied himself to the boat. The world is watching. We can't let him die in front of a live audience. And he says, he was born in front of a live audience.
Yeah, I love how he just looks forward, like he doesn't look away, and he's like, he was born in front of a live audience.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
just
perfect.
like, yeah, it's such a good line.
That looks like no one serves shit at the Truman Bar either. The fucking lazy ass bartenders are always just watching the Truman Show. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's always on, you know?
Yeah.
Those hats are sick. The Truman Show hats are like...
I want the one that like the weird like PAs or door securities have, and it just says "We protect him."
Oh, yeah, they look like the Diggy Don't Care No More
do,
shorts.
yeah.
Actually, shirts, not shorts. I said shorts.
Coming
Sorry.
soon.
No, I don't think so.
Dick holes in them.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing that anymore.
What?
Yeah, Legal didn't like it.
Legal didn't like it. Fuck Legal, dude. He's always been a bitch.
Well, he's in charge of sales, so I mean, there's nothing I can do. That's the head of sales, Legal Johnson.
I'm pretty good at lines. I'm sure I'll touch on some more in scenes if you want to do it.
Yeah, I have just a damn you, Christoph. I love that. Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Dude, fuck it. This is a loose one. It's like
just get
real.
on this shit
hella
crazy,
loose,
dog.
bro.
You want to pop your pelvis one time, see what it's all about?
Sure, I mean, I can try it. Oh, oh, fuck. I did something
Yeah,
there.
that's the first time we've ever done that.
Yeah. How? Yeah.
No,
Oh!
no.
No, now it's just doing it mind of its own.
no,
My
no,
chair's gonna
it's
end
good.
up like yours if I keep doing that.
No, it's all
Your
right.
big ass.
All right, dude, let's get into scenes.
Not like that. Like your big ass, like in a complimentary
Let's
way.
get into scenes,
You have
dude.
like a nice thick ass, and it ruined a chair. That's the thing that happened.
You broke your mic.
I didn't break the mic, dude. The mic broke me.
Good.
That's what's happened over the course of my career over here. Also, I did, before scenes really quick, the thing, I know I just said like, oh, I got this thing in my lip, it won't go away. It's because I got in a huge fight, and this is the only blemish that I have. I just have to reiterate that.
Yeah.
And it was a racist pedophile, so it was totally justified for me to fight them. Just have to say that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a cold sore. Some people were saying, oh, it looks like a cold sore that's healing. No. I got in a fight and I beat up a racist pedophile, and during that he got one swing and got me.
Okay.
Yeah. I just had to, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just doing some, you know.
I landed some other punches, dude. They were body blows, though.
Thought we were going to keep that part off camera.
I love the opening like sequence where it's kind of like showing you the documentary style.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice, like intro into it. And then, did you have another scene?
That was weird, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
For scenes, I mostly wrote down questions. I have a lot of questions about the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Did they see him jack off?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to pay for that extra channel, though.
Oh, it's like a Patreon.
Yeah, and then there's
Sort
a
of thing.
toilet cam, and there's all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's stuff behind the paywall. It's free
Yeah.
on TV, but there's stuff that you can pay for.
Like 18 plus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering that. I was like, you know, there's like a girl who loves Truman. She's on the outside, and she tried to tell him the truth on the inside, and then she got kicked out. And she's out there. Before she was in there, did she like have a crush on? Did she see Truman jack off for the first
she's
time?
Like a little lurker.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it would be hard to love in a true way.
Yeah, I
it feels
think-
parasocial.
I think she's like really fucked up. That's like I don't believe that love like at all. I'm like, what do you mean you love Truman?
Right, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
His name is Truman Burbank.
Yeah, and
That's
he's
sick.
like a total dildo.
What do you mean? You can't blame him. He was like,
I'm not,
he's a caged animal his entire life.
but he's a dildo nonetheless.
What does it mean to be a dildo?
I don't know. He's like, bleh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he gives pleasure. That's what a dildo does, is give
Oh,
pleasure.
fuck,
So I'm
yeah.
saying, like, he's a people
Yeah.
pleaser. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know.
If you're a dildo, that means you're a people pleaser?
Pretty weird that the light that falls in that beginning scene, since we're talking about scenes,
Sure.
uh,
Fly, brother. Soar.
soar on the wings
Soar.
of
Skies.
the light that falls says Sirius on it, almost a reference to the brightest star in the night sky, the Sirius star. And some people believe every cycle is when something like when the Sirius comes around, it's like an age of awakening in consciousness.
Doesn't it say Cirrus? So it's like a cloud maker?
No, it's Sirius, Sirius.
Okay.
It's like a star, and people say that when that light falls, that's when Jimmy starts getting hip to what's going on. It's an age of awakening, enlightenment.
Oh, I thought it was legitimately, I thought it was a cloud maker that fell from the sky, like a canister that pumps out clouds. It
It's
goes-
literally a light.
Okay.
Brightest star in the night sky. It's a good conspiracy, right?
Sure, yeah.
Some people think he knew it was a show long before he really starts knowing it's a show. And like when he's digging with that nice arch in his back, when he's popping that pussy for his wife, Meryl.
It's low-key crazy that they had that.
It's fucking hot
Yeah.
is what it is. It is like, gets me horny. He's dressed like a clown.
Yeah,
and
he's in
popping
little
that
red
shit.
shorts and shit.
He's actually digging a tunnel that he will later use to escape the basement.
Oh, so he's hip to it, and he's like, he's kind of doing what he does on that last day.
Yes.
Where he's like playing the character and it's like, but he's.
Well, and that's why like the first day when he comes out, he's like, well, hey there. And he's like, vital signs look good. It's like, that's actually not how he always is. And we're only like kind of joining in. Like he's always had the sweater. He was always in love with Fiji, bitch.
Yeah.
And like, he's just kind of been playing this slow game. And then it's like, once he sees like his dad, that's when he's like, all right, what the fuck is going on with this shit?
Right. And so this was kind of like Sadness Dome, and the exact opposite in Fiji was Love Island, if you think about it. He was trying to get to Love Island with Sylvia, which is Fiji. They filmed Love Island in Fiji. There's something there. I'm
Sadness Dome.
All right, second question. How did that one dude parachute in?
Yeah, I guess like maybe he was like a PA or something, or like a little grip on set, and like he did. That's my only justification, because that was my first thought too. Was like, oh fuck this dude, no way, he parachuted through a dome.
To Christmas? He went straight into Christmas box.
I don't know.
And he went, hey, "You're on TV, fucker."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm on the
That
show."
guy's awesome. I wish they killed him.
They probably did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
I can't believe one of my favorite Rob Schneider roles though is that.
What's your other questions?
Why didn't he give him no wind at the end? Why didn't Christoph give him no wind instead of trying to crash boat?
Oh, so he just couldn't.
Yeah, there'd be no sailing. I saw that. I literally looked up. I was like, why does he have to crash the boat?
It's better TV. He's obsessed with TV.
I know, that's true. But I saw somebody on the internet ask that. They're like, yeah, he could have just given him no wind and then he wouldn't sail anywhere. He'd just be sitting out there in the boat going, what the hell? But then somebody was like, well, it's probably because he wants him to be scared and to turn back. But also, he probably thought, like, turn the music up. Wow.
Yeah.
Waves crashing.
Play the piano, Philip Glass.
Yeah. What do you think this movie's about? That's the other question. Because I have my, like, when I first watched what I thought it was, like, making commentary on.
I mean, I think it's kind of like the line Christoph says when he's being interviewed. It's like, reality is, like, what we're presented with. Or, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think it's a little Platoism with a allegory of the cave.
Okay.
Which is, like, when you're chained neck and feet and arms and you're looking at a wall of a cave and there's a fire behind you.
Yeah.
And if you're presented like objects in shadow and someone's explaining them to you, like that's what they are to you.
Yeah.
And then if you were to like leave the cave, you'd think the other things are like illusions. You know, it's like just like a weird kind of, I think it's just like a meditation on like what is real when you're presented solely with one thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I know this is a dumb example of it, but like how they do in Always Sunny when they're talking about that, where they like start talking about like facts from science and they're like, oh, have you combed through that research yourself? Like, you know, you're just like being told what is true from guys who said they did the research, you know, whatever. All of those things I totally get. I've always thought of this movie as a commentary on child actors and like, specifically vulnerable people in entertainment and media. And I wrote it as like, it's like the commodification of media and entertainment, but specifically child actors and systems that function around exploiting vulnerable people in those positions. Ultimately, how those systems rely on those vulnerable people for capital gain. And that cycle kind of, you know, whatever. Like there's no, it reminds me of like Lindsay Lohan or like Britney Spears, the conservatorship, like that, those types of things where I'm like, you know, they took a baby, legitimately a baby, and they like have to keep this illusion around that real life is all of these things that keeps them kind of doing what they rely on now as like their capital gain. Like there's no real gain for Jim Carrey's character.
Zilcho.
Yeah. And
safety, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That's like really it.
Yeah, it's like safety, security. Because I did see some people online being like, Truman's an idiot for leaving, man. He doesn't realize how good he had it. Had a wife that never has to, like, never argues with you. You get food and your job's easy. I was like, oh, that's sad that someone was online.
Did somebody say that? Like,
what?
like out loud? Because you read it with like a voice. Like, is that how you read it on the internet? Or like, I'm confused about like why you were like, he a dumbass for leaving.
No,
like,
I didn't say it like that.
Yeah,
I
a
was
little
like,
bit.
man, he's tripping.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying. Like, I was kind of the voice of like a.
Is that a commenter voice?
It's kind of like a guy who's like works 15-hour shifts and hates his wife, and eats like Hungry Man's and like lives in a trailer that. Has,
but you
like,
didn't watch a video of someone saying that. You just like read it on the internet and decided to regurgitate it that way.
I don't think I have.
Okay, yeah, man, for sure.
I like all the fisheye shots, the little hidden camera shots in this.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of good scenes, like when he's trying to get onto the ferry. You get that first one of the little boat.
Yeah, and then in the actual like thing from the perspective of the guy who's like giving him his ticket or whatever.
That's good. And then in the hospital, you get it again from
the pencil sharpener,
the pencil thing.
Yeah, all of those are super. I think it's like brilliantly shot.
Yeah.
It's amazing the way that it just has that fisheye vignette on most of it, and then the memories start as like this weird thing, and then it goes full screen. Like also Jim Carrey and the guy who plays Marlon is supposedly being in high school.
Oh, that's
at that age is so
That's
funny.
So
like,
funny.
Yeah.
I guess he wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, he has no idea.
Yeah. I like the radio scramble right after that light falls and he gets in the car.
Oh yeah.
And that it's like it's just like behind the scenes production notes and stuff. And then it's like tracking him and it's like, oh my God, he almost hit an old lady.
Yeah. Yeah. I also love it was just like a piece of a space, like a aircraft going over, a piece of it like fell off or whatever 4 minutes ago. Like it's like explain it, and he goes, oh, that's it. I guess like there's an explanation for everything, you know?
Yeah. And then another like a thing that'll add to like the theory of that he's in the show for long is like when he's looking in the mirror in the beginning, the way he like addresses that bathroom mirror. It's almost like he knows the camera's in there. And then when he's listening to the radio, he's like, how are you feeling today? He like responds to it as if he like knows the camera's right there. He's like, good.
Yeah.
He's like, no, like it's like not normal behavior. It's supposed to be like pitched as like, here's this like hee-haw goofy suburban guy that just like talks to the radio and will talk to anything, but like maybe he is just like hip to the shit.
Yeah, also he could have just been conditioned to do that from a very young age.
True.
He's been a baby. He was like a baby when he was a baby at one point, and you know, they could teach him whatever they want to teach him.
Totally.
That's like the craziest, I think, like, you know, they just like kept it pretty like true to real life. It's just more of like a suburban kind of like sheltered life, but like they could have taught him literally anything.
Yeah.
If they had a guy in a box, they should like teach him that like tortoises are gods and like that gravity doesn't exist and like lava is tasty. Like I don't think you could just try out anything. Well, no, but they wouldn't let him like
eat lava.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him eat lava.
I would have taught him Mandarin, Spanish, and like German, and then I would have had him spend like alternating weeks at different family members' houses that all speak those languages, and then I just broadcast it in different countries. So it'd be the biggest show in the world.
Oh, weeks, that's actually such a good idea.
Once we like English speaking countries are like first week of the month. Second week of the month, he always visits his abuela, speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Third week of the month, he always visits his Chinese abuela, and he speaks Mandarin there. And then the last week of the month, he always visits his German abuelo. You know,
they should have taught him like totally false biology and said that like kids come from 5 parents and given him like 5 parents, and then like every kid in the school has 5 parents as well. And it's just like a group of 5 people raising the kid.
Easy.
That would have been What else did I like about this movie? There's a lot.
We're still just in scenes, man.
No,
what
I know.
Other scenes did you like? I like when he busts into the hospital after he sees his wife crossing her fingers in a marriage photo, and to him he's like, lion ass bitch, which is crazy. No one crosses their fingers anymore.
But then he said he crosses his. He's like, I'll cross my fingers or whatever. To her. Yeah.
But I mean, I love that to her that made like the vows. Like she's good.
Well, yeah, she's in it for the money.
Well, right, but just because she crossed her, that doesn't do
or the
shit.
fame or something. Yeah,
whatever. I love any sequence where he's trying to like get to the source and everything keeps jumping out in front of him. The wheelchair people in the hospital are really funny. I love when he's looking into the surgical room and these actors are like
pretending to do surgery. Like, that part's so funny.
They're like confronted with the idea that like he almost has to make an incision. He's like, all right, I guess I'll make my first incision. And then the person on the bed is like, bling.
Yeah, he's like, 6 inches above the knee. Like he's like totally like just stalling, you know?
And then that's like the biggest climax of any scenes like that is when he is trying to drive off the island to Atlantic City with his wife. And I love how he gets across the bridge by going blind and making her do it. The traffic that's synchronized, and then eventually just the nuclear power plant. And he has to like fight the guys and like
first the firestorm, which is just a fire strip that he goes straight through. Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah. It's just,
all those scenes are really funny to me.
I love like the dramatization of like the friendship that he has with Marlon.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like them on a highway hitting golf balls.
Right.
The moon is perfect. Like all that stuff. And just the way that they talk to each other. Like Marlon is like a perfect best friend character from a sitcom.
He's great. He's great.
And so it's just very interesting because like once it like breaks that he can even conceive that Marlon could possibly not be part of it.
Right.
He has to like go through 2 barriers. Like one, like everybody's watching me. Meryl's kind of the first barrier too. He's like, wait, you're in on it.
Right.
Then he like has to then reckon with Marlon being in on it. And that's like the craziest one to him because he really feels like their friendship is real.
When he goes into Marlon's job to like try and convince him that something's going on, and he's just it's like, I can't leave. I'm really behind. And he's just stocking chocolate bars. And at one point, Truman like looks away into the store. He's like talking about other people. Marlon takes out 2 bars so he can like continue to have more work to do once Truman turns back around. And I just love that little, because like he's just playing the game of like being busy. Truman turns around, then he takes 2 out. Then when he turns back around, he's like, so many bars to stock. It's such a good little detail.
Yeah. A job that would not take more than 10 minutes.
He's got a fucking like sailor's cap on. He's like, I'm really behind right now, Truman.
One like little thing that I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but I did notice it. I think it's like still they make a good creative decision regardless. Is that the wall that he like runs into is just painted blue with clouds on it. Yeah. But they like control the weather for everywhere else.
Sure.
And I'm kind of like a little confused by that. Like the rain is obviously like fake, and then there's like, you know, lightning and all these other things. And I'm like, the background is just always being blue with the same clouds, like painted. It doesn't feel like that would be immersive in any way. It'd be super like noticeable. But at the same time, they kind of need it because like, and like, you know, stairs up to a door that leave the dome. Like none of this shit would be there.
Right. It's like just looks perfect for that final scene.
Exactly.
If they made it like some late 90s, like a digital thing, like I just feel like that, as advanced as it's supposed to be, it all feels like super practical and like choreographed. Yeah. Like everybody's like there, all the things are like real. There's no like a bunch of tech in display. Even like the lunar station that he's in is like physically whatever floating in the thing. There's like,
it feels like miniature. Like that's kind of how I always like think about it, is like it's like a playhouse town type of thing. And it is very Twilight Zone too. Like that's what I would compare it to the most, is like just the setting and the idea of it being very like simple, but there being some like overarching thing that's controlling this very like contained environment, you know?
It reminds me of like the monsters on Maplewood or whatever. I forget the exact name of the episode.
I know what you're talking about,
where like the ship flies over and then all the lights go out and everybody just gets paranoid, kind of a Lord of the Flies on the block type situation.
Yeah. Lord of the Flies on the block.
Lord of the Flies on my cock. I have flies on my cock because it's sick.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I like the nervous breakdown in the kitchen. We've already kind of referenced that. What are you going to do? Peel me, slice me, or dice me? Because like Jim Carrey plays that scene for a laugh, but he's threatening to kill a woman who is his wife.
Totally.
Like, he is ready to commit murder.
Yeah, but you hate his wife by that point. She's a corporate shill. She's she crossed her fingers during the wedding. I mean, that's unacceptable.
He's so good at making like, I guess the original script for this was much more dark and like true sci-fi thriller shit. And then Peter Weir, once he took it on, like made it a lot lighter. Yeah. And it's just the perfect casting because like Jim Carrey can like get away with holding a knife to his wife's throat, and you're kind of laughing at it.
Did The Matrix come out a year after this?
Fuck yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's interesting. That's like kind of similar. Totally. It's like a similar, but different movies. But that's like what I imagine it would be like if they did do the darker version.
Breaking the mold.
Gotta break the mold. By the way,
break the mold.
Break the mold.
Me and my homies, when we break bread, we always break in the mold because my loaf's old.
We break bread loaves. Yeah. Got it.
Nice.
Good work.
Last one is the wall and touching it.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
scene, that's just perfect.
It's
great.
it's unbelievable. I really feel like it's so aesthetic forward.
Yeah.
It is like doesn't need to make all the sense in the world because of just how like flat and beautiful. It really lays it out easy for you at the end. It allows it to be this cinematic ending where like you always want to see the edge of the thing. The proof is so obvious. It's like boat runs into blue wall with clouds painted on it. This is all fake. He touches that wall. He tries to hit the wall, walks up the staircase, and then ultimately delivers his famous line from the show and walks through. And it is kind of like this weird, almost half in, half out thing. It's like all he knows to say, he acts one last time. He gives one last like line before he leaves the world of acting. Yeah. It's kind of an odd, like, it's just perfect though.
Yeah, it allows itself just to be like it's whatever metaphor. It's not trying to be like too absolved in its own world. It's just like stark imagery. And there's like, we get a couple like Christ-like images of Jim Carrey in this. I like when he stops traffic and he holds both out. And we get that shot above him, and the shadow is like almost like the robed Jesus. Yeah, that's good. And then him in front of the black door, like holding out his arms, looking up to the sky, talking to Christoph, who's like very, I mean, it's apparently like voice of God.
Yeah, they did a reverb on it and shit.
And he's like, he says, "Who are you?" And he says, "I'm the creator of a television show." That's like. It's perfect. It's like that's another major theme in it is the God complex Jesus stuff.
Because it is like he kind of lays out like what you know to be true, right? And what is true like aren't any different. Yeah. It's just kind of like whatever. You won't find anything out there that you don't have here. It's the idea of like somebody feeling like their religion or like coping with being raised very religious or something, you like start to think maybe that could all be lies, but then it's like truth is like a confusing concept, Truth is not like freedom of all structure necessarily. But
fire.
It can be.
That's fire.
I do love the last scramble, by the way. That's what I will say. Like when he does escape, that last day of him like just kind of like roboting through the day, doing it normal and like talking on the phone. I like the life insurance call that he does at the end where he's like a sunbather could be struck by
the jagged edge of a beach umbrella.
Yeah. He's just like talking about how death can come at any time and like he's like can't prepare for that. I love that he's still selling it and like really doing it, and then he just and I love that they send Marlon over with the emergency 6-pack. He's like surprise party. Middle of the night.
Come on, buddy.
And then he's like, keep it light. He's like, come out wherever you are. Must be one of your classic pranks where you hide from me and put a snowman in your spot. So it's great. It's a fantastic movie.
I like the last, like that whole, the search party too. It's very cinematic, but it makes no sense. Why are they arm in arm in the street as if they're like sweeping the street? Like, is he invisible standing in the street? Why wouldn't he be like looking in buildings or like under things? They are like all side by side, like walking the street.
So he couldn't run past them because they'd be like a wall.
Rover
it's Red Rover. Yeah, no, I mean like I think it is legitimately. It's the mind of a TV producer. It's like what looks like everybody standing together to go find the guy.
True,
it's like dum 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 dum. We're gonna find Truman.
That dog is going ballistic.
Oh, the fucking Dalmatian.
Why is it going so crazy in that?
Because that's what Dalmatians do.
They are murderous.
They're very rude animals. He goes. My best performance, I have Jim Carrey.
Whoa!
Yeah. It's tough. Like he's so much of this movie, I mean, Paul Giamatti's my runner-up. Like if I were to do like I just love him in everything he's in.
That's true. I have Ed Harris down. I feel like it's a lazy, stupid cop-out to put Jim Carrey, so I put Ed Harris down. Yeah. He's just like the hat, the singular name.
Well, real quick, me, I took that lazy, stupid cop out when I shot him.
When you killed that pig.
I killed a pig. A police officer.
Good job.
Sorry.
The hat, the singular name. He's like an artiste, and he like allows himself to be this manipulative, evil character in the name of like entertainment for the masses. The torture of this one man, or like the whatever, keeping him closed off is worth it if the whole world is enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think like the first time I watched it, I was like, I wish his name wasn't just Chris. Christoph. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
a
it's like a
little
little corn.
it's a little too much
Yeah.
to make it be like I am Christoph, the creator of. I wanted it to just be like some normal ass name. You know?
Alan Steingold.
No, I was gonna go no.
Allen Ginsberg.
Allen Ginsberg is a poet, but
And a pedophile.
oh really?
Turns out, yeah.
Damn it.
Take that, acid heads.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like Mark Johnson,
Peters.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Yep. It'd be real.
What the fuck?
That's what I said. It'd be real.
I show speed.
Fish Tank.
Yeah.
The Fish Tank Twitch streams or whatever, where they do 24 hours. Like, that shit is real, and people do lose their minds, apparently. I haven't really watched those things, but stuff like this is not happening. But I mean, obviously, you know, you hear people say all the time, like, this movie is my life. Like, this is everybody's watching me or whatever. And but there's nothing quite this like manipulative happening, but I think like the powers that be and the systems are like corrupt in a way that does manipulate the people that are working in it. But also there are like separately 24-hour streams of like people kind of signing up to do that, which I think is insane. I think those two are separate kind of.
Yeah. There was a psychiatrist that coined the term the Truman Show delusion. And it's like it just happened post the movie. He had like 8 patients, and apparently there were like 11 other cases of it. Post movie, a symptom of people with schizophrenia was for them to think they were on like a show and everybody was making something about their lives. And one guy flew to New York because he was convinced that Twin Towers didn't fall down, and that was just like a plot twist in his own show. And another guy in New York climbed to the top of the Eiffel Tower because he thought if he got to the top, he would be reunited with his high school girlfriend, and then he'd be able to leave the show.
Wow.
So they caught a guy climbing the Eiffel, or not the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, it's the Statue of Liberty. Growing up, I did have like, you know, just like when you're really young, like, and you're trying to like figure life out. I remember having the thought, like, maybe am I like the only real person, and like everybody else is like, you know, whatever, like a little bit of that delusion. But then I always also like had this one. And I don't think I've ever talked about this on the show or to like really anybody, but I used to have this thing all the time that I thought I was like, this is the first day that I am me, and like all my memories have been programmed in. And I was like, now I'm like, I'd look in the mirror and be like, this is the first time that I'm like conscious and this is me. And like I just all the other shit and then I would like do the thing like 2 months later. I'd do the same thing and be like, well, I only remember doing that the first time that I did that because I'm now programmed to think that I had that memory. And so I try to like do something spontaneous like in the mirror just to like be like to prove to myself that I was alive and conscious and that I think this is really happening.
I used to always just say in my own head, I'd be like, I'd try and be the first person ever to think of blank at blank. I'd be like, pull into the BP and Swan, and I'd be like, I bet I'm the first person thinking of Jar Jar Binks exploding as I pull into this BP. And I'd be like, and that would be like proof that I was like, proof that I had like agency, you know what I mean?
Dude, that somehow is like kind of the conception for like 90% of what has been said on this show. It's like, I'm the first person that can think of this. I'm the first person that can think about a racist parent in a restaurant, you know?
I'm just proving to myself that I have choices.
Like,
well, no one would have thought of that.
Yeah. You ever try to throw off like the person who's chasing you in your mind? I do that too. I'll be like, oh yeah, I was just thinking about Mark Twain. Guess what? Now it's turtles. Let's see what happens.
I go to grab one door and I go. Never saw that one coming. Tricked you, bitch.
I do that all the time where I'm like, all right, I'm thinking about how many grains of sand are on the beach. Boom, Seattle Mariners. Like I'll just like be like, nobody else is going from that thought to that thought.
Yeah, it's good, man. I also think it should be rated R if it came out today.
Because what's his face, Scully from Brooklyn Nine-Nine or whatever.
Yeah,
he was complaining about how they always put like a curtain blows in front of the sex scenes and you don't get to see anything.
I mean, and that's nice that you even have that explanation there because I feel like everybody just begs that question. But it would be nice, like in a like kind of a hot, tasteful way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if they had like some soft core,
Yeah.
but it's like only at nighttime. So like the kids are in bed, like the kids during the day get to watch. It's like every show throughout the day. You know what I mean? So like in the morning, it's like it's like him learning shapes and shit. Yeah, it's like then be like, this animal is a hippopotamus, and he's like, oh, hippopotamus.
Yeah, why don't they make that his job? Like the daytime stuff is just like his job is to like be like a little kid.
Yeah, and then like later in the day, it's like more like drama. It's like, oh man, my friend went off drinking. I don't think drinking's a good idea.
What's this?
Well, it's a kind of like like teen drama, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm worried about my friend because he's been drinking. I think drinking is bad.
Obviously.
But should I go with him? I do want to be cool.
Yeah.
And then he has to learn a lesson about how he has to make decisions for himself, and it's not cool to drink. And then later at night, it gets more into like it's like an action movie first. Like it's
and he smokes.
He smokes cigarettes and he's like, he's destroying this town. We're gonna put a stop to it.
I can't wait to get home to fuck the shit out of Meryl.
Yeah.
That broad's still tight as when I met her.
Yeah, and then 3 a.m. it's like,
Yeah. All right, cool. That's good.
And then sleep.
Then
it's sleep cam. I have Kai Cenat as Truman, Kevin Hart as Marlon, Morgan Freeman as Kristoff.
Great black cast.
Well, yeah, but it's
awesome.
also like this is Kai Cenat after he quits streaming. They continue streaming him, and he notices.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is like, "Nah, man, I'm just here, like blah blah blah." You know,
I'm just your friend, Kai.
yeah, I'm just your friend, Kai. We're just hanging out. Nobody's watching. And he's like convincing Kai, and Kai's like, "Well, chat, is that you?
Yeah.
Chat, is that you?" And then the chat has to stay silent.
Yeah.
And then Morgan Freeman is like,
Kai.
yeah, at the end he's like,
Kai.
Kai, you have to come back to Twitch, Kai.
Kai, what if I told you you have 10 million subs?
And then he's like, oh shit, thank you for the subs. What up, chat?
You're wild, Morgan.
W's in the chat. And he's like, they don't say that anymore.
Okay.
He like tells him all the new slang because
Yeah.
he's been off the Twitch game for too long.
6'7".
and he's like, the last time someone said 6'7" was 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just have Daniel Kaluuya, and Emma Stone.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
That just works for me
Okay.
for some reason. Emma Stone's been all like the Lanthimos shows that are kind of weird, and then Kaluuya is in a cult, and I want him to leave.
Oh, isn't that? Yeah, I heard about that recently.
Why he can't act anymore?
Okay.
Stuck in like a death cult. Free Daniel Kaluuya for real.
Does he know?
Yeah.
Like he's like cool with it, or he wants out.
No, it seems like I don't know.
It's hard to tell if somebody in a cult wants out because they can't
really
really say it. Yeah.
I want him freed so he can be in movies because he was on a fast track for stardom, and now he's in a cult.
Yeah, I don't know
seriously.
too
Like
much about that.
look it up.
Yeah,
Not
I will.
you, I'm telling them.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will
don't
look it up later for sure.
Like I said earlier, this won a Golden Globe for original score. The score is awesome. This is like a soundtrack you could just listen to. Some of it's done by Philip Glass, the legend.
The legend, Philip Glass.
I don't know. It needs like those big strings in the sailing moment, and then it needs like when he's in like the big city courtyard. It feels like you need it to be like orchestrated big symphony movie score because it's this big orchestrated choreographed thing. It just makes sense. It's better than like they couldn't hit it with like a Bob Seger song. That would make no sense.
It's weird how much it does combine all the vibes of the thing of like the movie.
Yeah.
It fits it really well because it's like oddly kind of like beachy or nautical, but it's also like uplifting and can be dark at times. It's like has the perfect mixture of those. It's like one of those things where they like figured out this pulse, this thing that needs to happen for it to work, and it's just like the perfect music for it.
Yeah, it's very good.
And when you hear it, it's very like instantly strikes you as like, oh, this is the Truman Show music.
And it exists all in its own world. Like, of course, he doesn't have music. You never hear music.
Yeah, he has like a thing of vinyl in his basement.
But he never plays them. We don't know what's on.
Well, but it's an hour and 42-minute movie. I mean, we don't get to see everything.
It's probably porn.
You think it's vinyl porn?
I do.
Really?
Yeah, vinyl porn, the movie.
That's a movie?
Return of the Penis. Yeah.
Vinyl porn, the movie Return of the Penis?
Yeah, he's like an album snob with a chainsaw cock. It's like a slasher.
What? Okay. All right. I
coming up
thought
with
I
that
saw
one.
a crate full of vinyl records, like
I don't
of
think you
music,
did.
but maybe it was vinyl porn,
The
the movie
movie.
Return of the Penis.
Yeah.
Okay, it could have been that too. So
I think
sorry.
so.
Yeah,
That's all right.
It also could have been like pieces of cardboard in his basement. Like it could have been a prop. Sorry. Yes.
Was it absolutely not? It's fucking terrifying.
I gave it 4.5 stars and said the world is an aquarium and I am a clownfish.
Nice, you are a clown. I gave it 4 stars and I said I want to see the unrated version, Return of the Penis.
We were talking to Tony before we filmed this, and he said he really wants a sequel where you get to see what happens when he gets outside of the dome.
Sure.
I think it's too late to do it, but I am like
Yeah.
that. Like you do, it leaves you with a lot of questions. Like
Yeah, I like the idea.
because he's a star.
Yeah, the idea of him
Everybody
just
knows
being a
him.
mega star and then him kind of like getting crippled by his own like he can't cope with the fame.
Yeah.
And he like starts fucking boozing. And then he learns about like prostitutes and shit. And then he
Yeah.
gets like addicted to baseball gambling.
Yeah, every girl who he tries to like meet and have a romantic thing with, assuming it doesn't work out with Sylvia,
Yeah.
has saw him jack off for the first time on camera.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it feels like it's too parasocial. Like he couldn't date
Yeah.
anybody.
He'd have to go to one of those uninhabited tribes on Fiji.
Yeah, he might end up in Fiji anyway.
Yeah, just trying to get away.
Yeah. One thing that I did notice this time watching it that is like, this is obvious probably to most people, but it struck me for the first time on second watch is like the bar, like the Truman bar and all
Yeah.
that stuff. All that's outside of the dome. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm just saying like, it's like interesting to me that that's the world that he's entering is the world where there are
like,
bars
he's so
themed after
Yeah,
him.
he's the most popular man on the planet.
You know, yeah, that's all
Yeah.
I mean. I'm not like an idiot where I'm
Okay.
like,
well,
I mean, I am
Yeah.
an idiot, but I wasn't being an idiot about that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, it is interesting. Like I
yeah,
thought
he's
about it
not
this
just
time.
entering our world.
Yes,
Yeah.
like he's entering a
The
world,
Truman world.
the world where there are bars themed.
Yeah.
Every single person knows his face, and
They had,
he never
like-
had he didn't know. You know.
They had like a Lollapalooza stage for his wedding.
Yeah.
When they show the wedding, it's like attended by hundreds of thousands of people. It's like a festival.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna get humped and dumped and screwed and fucked but he'd be rich as a bitch.
Yeah. He's like Snooki, like after
Yeah.
Jersey Shore
Dude.
type
yeah.
of thing. Like,
Oh, Truman's like pool party. He has like a residency doing fucking
yeah, he's the DJing in Vegas for the rest of his
Ibiza?
life. Oh yeah, and in Ibiza. And oh yeah, he's doing cocaine in Miami and shit. And like, oh
Truman
my
doing
god.
2C with Stefan Diggs.
Truman's doing club walkthroughs, getting a bag.
Oh, he's got covered in BBLs.
Yeah, he's in like
Stinky
he's like
BBLs.
featuring on tons of rap songs, but it's just like him saying his catchphrase, and they pay him like 50 bands
Good
for
morning, good afternoon, and good night. Yeah,
it. Is he doing like a robot thing?
It's like
It's
the 80s.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Good morning, afternoon.
And it's the Beastie Boys
Yeah.
being like,
Truman,
"What with Truman Show?" And yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
All
That
right,
was
yeah.
fun, man.
It was fantastic fun.
Great movie. Remember what Riley said. You can go and vote now on the movie you want us to do next, and that's what we'll do.
Yeah, well, this is kind of a weird month for this because we
Yes.
did have 2 that tied. And when I said there was 9 votes, it is an open-ended poll. You can say any movie.
Yes.
And so like there's tons of people sending movies and
Yeah.
a lot of them 4 or 5, times. There were 2 movies that had 9. One of them is Truman Show. The other one is going to come out a week from today because we skipped last week.
Yeah, and it's kind of Halloween-y themed. So
Exactly. We want to get it out before Halloween. And so that one is next, but we are going to post a new poll where you guys can vote again the day after next Sunday. A week and a day from today, there'll be a new poll up for Patreon and YouTube members. Thank you to everybody who supports us over there. Only $5 a month if you want to join. Become part of the movie club. You get to see what movie we're watching next and perhaps get your favorite movie as the talking point for the next episode.
we love you.
This has been Hive Mind Unlimited. This is How Did It Age? This is The Truman Show. And
I will talk to you later. Oh, good afternoon, good evening, and good fight.
see you
Bye.
later. Oh, it happened again.
You're not going to be able to get it.
You're not going to be able to.
I don't think you could build a 16-piece Lego thing.
How fast?
I just don't think you could do it. It's a miracle you know how to turn on and off the lights. That's the thing about you.
So I did it last time, and that's how I was told to do it. And so that's how I'm doing it again. And if it's wrong, Please don't come in here and humiliate me.
Oh God, he's on your bumper.
He's pissed.
He is pissed.
Don't look at me.
Because you're acting like a baby. See, he's problem solving. Is this rolling on B-roll, Grant?
Yep.
All right, good. Because this is fucking embarrassing for him, and I just want it. I want it out there. Did you hear that story about Keanu Reeves? He was almost the Baltimore Ravens quarterback.
Fuck you.
He could spin
Why are
that
we
pill.
starting this way?
It's because you broke your microphone.
I didn't even break it. It just happened.
That's okay.
That's fine. It's just a stupid little microphone for our stupid job I have to do with you.